managerial accounting, planning and control, fixed manufacturing overhead variances. So the final set of variances we're going to look at are for fixed manufacturing overhead, and the formulas for these are different from those that we used for the variable product cost. Of course, it's still a spending variance, so that terminology is similar, but the other variance we calculate for fixed overhead is volume, and we'll look at that in just a few minutes. But first, the formula for the fixed overhead. Fixed overhead, remember, total shouldn't change as activity changes. So the formula compares the total actual fixed overhead cost with the total budgeted fixed overhead cost. So if you recall, our total actual fixed overhead was $132,500, and our total budgeted fixed overhead was $130,000. So our fixed overhead spending variance is $32,500. Now, you may be saying, wait a minute, that sounds familiar, and you're right. That is exactly the amount that showed up on the flexible budget spending variance column for flexible overhead, and that is why it is called the spending variance. So we really don't need, if we've done a flexible budget performance report, then we don't need to recalculate this variance for fixed overhead. It is the flex budget spending variance on that report. So let's talk about possible causes of this variance. We looked a little bit at it. We spent $32,500 more for fixed overhead, fixed manufacturing overhead, than had been planned. What might be a possible cause of that? Well, perhaps we had unexpected insurance rate increases. We had some type of tragedy, that happened that caused rates to go up, a flood, a hurricane, an earthquake, and caused insurance rates to go up. So that might be possible. There may be other things that happened, such as management decided to give everyone bonuses, all of their executives bonuses. So that would drive up for the plant. If the plant manager and other managers within the factory got in on those bonuses, then that would drive up the fixed overhead. So fixed overhead spending decisions, whether it be buying a new piece of equipment that we hadn't planned on buying, or giving raises that we hadn't planned on giving, those decisions lie with upper level management. They're not usually decisions that are made solely within the factory, within the production facility. So production management would not be solely responsible for this variance. This is probably something we'd want to look at the Board of Directors meeting minutes to identify what led to this particular variance. Now, next variance, the fixed overhead volume variance, and then we'll do a summary.